Every day here on Fox 32 Chicago, we report on victims of violence. Tonight, we want to focus on the care they receive with a closer look at how race has historically affected access to fast, life-saving help and how eliminating a trauma desert is changing that. When an off-duty cop was shot on Chicago's far south side last month, fellow officers quickly drove him to the University of Chicago ER for emergency surgery.
He remained stable throughout the entire case, and he's currently doing well.
If that shooting happened 3 years ago, it could have been a different outcome. The University of Chicago and the entire South Side did not have a Level 1 adult trauma center to handle a gunshot victim.
Level 1 trauma center can take care of the sickest of the sick, traumatically injured person.
Dr. Selwyn Rogers Jr. has led this trauma center since the University of Chicago first turned the lights on in May 2018. That brought trauma care to an area experiencing much of the city's trauma for the first time in nearly 30 years.
The bottom line is that this community was in need of a trauma center, and University of Chicago opened a trauma center. And that's really a very simple story.
Former University of Chicago student Dr. Ali Abbasi studied patient transport times before and after the new center opened and found race has played a big part.
The story of where the trauma centers are located in Chicago is really the story of residential segregation in the city of Chicago.
He found before the UChicago Trauma Center opened, it took 2 minutes longer to transport a black patient in Chicago to life-saving help than it did a white patient.
Then after the trauma center opened, that gap basically shrunk.
And it's made the most dramatic change in places close to the University of Chicago. Take the South Shore neighborhood. Instead of taking a trauma victim downtown to Northwestern or to Cook County Hospital on the west side, going to U of C shaves 9 minutes off that ride.
9 minutes can be life or death for the most critically injured patients. Those people who are the most severely injured, time is of the essence.
He says 40% of their trauma cases are from gun violence. So after they stop the bleeding, they work to stop the shooting with a recovery program to support victims and their families. Dr. Rogers says this new center is one step in the fight against Chicago's violence and one step towards tearing down structural racism.
And I think this is an important period of having a reckoning of how racism has impacted so many communities and what we collectively as a nation can do to make a difference.
As soon as it opened, the University of Chicago Adult Trauma Center became one of the busiest in the country. It hasn't been open a full 3 years yet and has already treated more than 10,000 patients. Sally Schulze, Fox 32 News.